Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we infiltrated the Wiswald Institute and found Roddy here. We were able to snap him out of whatever trance he was under due to a weird painting. He was making blue paint for some reason, but hey, we figured it out, we snapped him out of it. It was an interesting battle, and we obtained the Red Mage Asterisk for our troubles, which is a job that I actually like quite a bit. Not because of my preconceived biases. If you've been around the channel for a little bit, you already know how much I love Red Mage as a concept. But trust me, it is better than just, my little biases. But anyways, that's a little off topic. Today, we are going to be going and seeing if we can find Roddy's ex-wife, Lily, who seems to be hiding out in the woods near Wiswald, and believes that her recently deceased daughter is still alive. Something about this doesn't sit right with us, so we're gonna go check it out. Now, I did say previously that I was going to make some adjustments to my build, and that's sort of true. First off, I put Elvis on Beastmaster. As a reminder, I will be leveling up Beastmaster on every single character. That will not be the same for almost pretty much any other job in the game, but for this main story, Beastmaster is going to be leveled up on everyone just because of how important it is. So he'll be taking Beastmaster for right now. As soon as Adele finishes leveling up Thief, she will also probably be going on Beastmaster, because I want to get raw power on her as soon as possible. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put Zerker back on her sub-job. In the meantime, I have put White Mage as a sub-job for Gloria. As we navigate a dungeon, I want her to have some means of actually full healing our team. But whenever we're going up against serious threats, I'll be swapping this out for Bard. Again, I don't think White Mage is really all that fun to watch, or to play with, so I will be trying to minimize my uses of it whenever I can. Now, Seth is going to be staying on Berserker. However, I was really annoyed with how slow he was acting while we were going through the Institute, so I decided to give him 2 Thunder Talismans here in order to boost his speed to around 52, which is somewhat comparable with everyone else. His damage won't be as high as it was earlier, but he'll be able to at least compete with everyone else when it comes to turns. Other than that, I made sure to stock up on a bunch of items. 99 magnifying glasses. This is enough for pretty much the rest of the enemies in the entire game, so hopefully I don't run out. I've got 99 potions if I need to just heal up without using MP. Got 10 Phoenix Downs, I bought some more mini ethers and ethers, and got a bunch of element cleansing items, along with some extra throwing items if I need to deal with enemies fast. But, I mean, this is pretty much it. Didn't really have anything else to really plan, so I think it's best if we just head to Wiswald Woods. We've got quite an endeavor ahead of us, and I want to see if I can take this down in one episode without needing to really split things up too much. So, Wiswald Woods is to the north of Wiswald. Who would have thought? Now, one thing to note, I will be looking for a very specific enemy while I navigate this dungeon. It's also found in the overworld here in Wiswald, but there's a specific one I'm looking for.
The shopkeeper mentioned heading north to the forest, but there didn't even used to be a forest here. You think this is the place?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was. You saw the town. It seems like new trees have been popping up all over.
Aye, I suppose you're right. Well, we saw what the crystals are capable of over in Savalon, and it's plenty.
Exactly. Which is why I must recover them without delay, before anyone else has to suffer.
I know how you feel, Gloria, but you shouldn't put so much pressure on yourself.
What do you mean?
She means that it's possible to be too focused in something and fail to see the, wood for the trees, as it were. Sometimes you need to calm down and take a step back.
But Perhaps you are right. I shall try to bear your words in mind. You two always know what the other is thinking, don't you? You must be very close. If you don't mind me asking, are you...
Hold it right there. The answer is no. 1,000 times no.
Come on now. No need to blush. There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Not for you, maybe. I've had enough of this nonsense. Let's get moving.
Oh dear. Did I speak out of turn?
I don't think you did anything wrong, Gloria.
Eh? What are you looking at me for?
You never learn, do you?
What do you mean?
Oh, this one's not for me to teach you. You're the big scholar. Maybe have a think on it yourself.
I love that Roddy reacts to the cutscenes here. Yeah, depending on who you went to go save, they will actually comment on cutscenes that appear.
Hey, you lot! I wouldn't go any further if I were you.
And why is that?
The lassie who lives down that way doesn't take kindly to visitors, but she fancies herself as a bit of an archer. And she won't let anyone down there, no matter who they are. Says it's off limits to everyone except her and her wee girl.
Really? Doesn't sound like Lily.
Her archery's not up to much?
As far as I know, she's never even laid eyes on a bow.
You think an asterisk might be involved?
Could be, yeah.
Might I ask what brings you to this part of the forest if it's as dangerous as you say?
Me? Oh, I'm here collecting bark from the trees.
Bark?
Aye, that's right. It's bright yellow on the inside, see? I've a customer who uses it to make paint. I've been asked to gather a ton of the stuff, but with this many trees to strip, that shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I'll best be getting back to work.
Chin up, Roddy. Whatever's going on with Lily, we'll get it sorted. I mean, we sorted you out, didn't we?
Aye. I suppose you're right. Thanks, Elvis.
You just leave it all to us, big man.
Okay, so it seems like Lily's been hostile towards people. Ooh, a party chat. Shin Mana Hades. Okay, well, finally, a character that I can pronounce. In Nature's Realm. Aye, there's no doubt about it. Something very strange is afoot around here. Suppose it must be the crystal's doing. You know what, though, Elvis? I actually think Wiswald is nicer like this. All the greenery, all these earthy aromas. It's really calming. It'd make for a beautiful painting, don't you think? You're a wee bit sharpier than usual today. What's gotten into you? Oh, nothing really. I just like being surrounded by nature, that's all. Is that where you grew up? Same place out in the middle of nature? Yeah, I guess you could say that. How did you know? Well, I grew up by the sea. The sound of the waves and the smell of the ocean always make me feel better. I just figured maybe it was something similar with you. So your home is somewhere similarly wild, Adele. Not wild exactly, but sort of. Alright, so we got some new enemies here. Alright, let's see. So Roddy has access to Arrow. He'll be doing some decent damage against these mossy fungus. Let's go ahead and see if we can examine these guys. And then we'll just do Crescent Moon here. 1000 HP, weak to fire, wind, and something else I didn't see.
Here I go.
Fire, wind, swords, and staves. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we can... Oh, we stole a remedy. Yeah, I do have Mug on Adele right now, so we should be able to get at least some items from doing these regular battles. Remedy stealing is actually nice, surprisingly. I want to see if I can run into the enemy that I want. We're looking for a Petunia. It'll be very, very important, similar to the golems from the previous episode.
What's the plan?
Got some orc chieftains, or chieftains. Now let's go ahead and just see if we can auto-battle them. 1100 HP. Rampart. That is a physical barrier. It will block one physical attack for each target. Weak to lightning, earth, and bows. Let's have Gloria break the shield here. There we go. Break the shield. He also has access to stone, which is really nice. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show. I won't be able to showcase everything I want for Red Mage this episode in the way that I want. We'll be getting into that later. Speaking of, Red Mage level 4. Assuming that gives us Stone Era, which is just the upgraded version of Stone. We'll get into those later. For right now, I want to navigate this dungeon. Okay. Wiswald Woods. I have a bit of a story with this one as well. I know, right? Chapter 2 has been very full. So, oh, petunias. Okay, story time has to wait. We're gonna deal with these petunias. Okay, so I want these things. They have 1000 HP, so I'm assuming I can probably default here. There's Banish Rub. That's what they give you if you use Off the Leash. We really, really want that. Now, I'm gonna do Crescent Moon with Adele here. And when shows up with Spore, that's okay. I just don't want to overkill it here. Okay, that Petunia is very close to being dead. We're going to use Mercy Strike on all 3 of them. Oh, it missed. Come on, I gave you a big boost to aim. You're not supposed to be missing, Seth. Okay, well, let's use Stone Arrow on this Mossy Fungu. Oh, wait, no. Wrong target. There's a reason why he used Arrow on it instead. And then we're going to try and we're going to use Elvis here to capture these 2 Petunias. Perfect. There's Arrow. I should be using Arrow, not Stone. Ooh. Okay, we'll raise her. I guess while I'm talking about it, yeah, Roddy has access to Stone, Arrow, and Heal. Forget that there's this menu and I need to just use it, but I haven't been doing that. Okay, so we're going to use... it's 440 HP. I don't have access to any Mercy abilities on Elvis, so we're going to default here. We're going to kill this pesky Mossy Fungu. Okay. Please, Roddy, don't kill it. I need it. Okay, it's at 33 HP. Come on, I gotta be able to capture it. Okay. We got 3 Petunias in 1 fight, which is really, really good. And we got Hawkeye. Okay, there's been a few treasure chests that have had Hawkeye so far, which is interesting. I'll go ahead and use one of these mini ethers here. Oh, Gloria's MP charge right there. Okay, story time. This dungeon is not my favorite, but not because of the enemies or anything like that. Oh, Petunias. More because of its layout. This is definitely the first dungeon, well, maybe not the first dungeon, but definitely one of the first dungeons where I genuinely did not, I genuinely saw why I did not like the dungeon cameras. Because it's very difficult to see where you're going, and there are a lot of dead ends in this dungeon that just, it just wastes your time, and it's very frustrating. And I genuinely do not like navigating this dungeon, and unfortunately, we have to come back here a lot for side quests, which is just, of course we do. And, oh my goodness. Get Adele up and grab the, okay, these honestly should be the last Petunias I need. This will be 6 Petunias. This should be more than enough. So I shouldn't need any more than that. But Wiswald Woods, I just don't enjoy navigating this dungeon. I find it very frustrating. And it just so happens that this is a dungeon you have to come back to quite often for side quests and whatnot. So it just gets on my nerves every single time. Thankfully, I've played this game enough to where I have the general layout pretty well understood. But as a first timer, I just did not enjoy navigating this dungeon. It was definitely I mean, I just can't come back from dealing with all of that Roddy nonsense, and finally got into another dungeon. Was like, okay, maybe this one will be a bit better. And then, while the enemies were not nearly as bad as I think they were actually intended for you to go for Lily first, it definitely did annoy me. That I was like, great, I have a dungeon that I don't like exploring because it just does not feel good to walk around in because of the stupid camera angles and dead ends. Elvis learns Mow Down, which will be good. Adele is pretty much 1 fight away from capping Thief, and then she'll be immediately put on to Beastmaster as well. There's another Petunia, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that just yet. Instead, we're gonna go to the right here. We're gonna go up and around. We're gonna cross this nice piece of rock formation right here that makes a bridge. I will say though, at least Wiswald Woods is pretty. I mean, it's just a bunch of trees, but you know, I enjoy the forest vibe. Okay, with 69 JP, nice. We maxed out Thief, getting us something interesting. Rob Blind. When sealing, 2 items can be acquired at once. Pretty nice. But they also obtained, let's see here, Up to No Good, the second specialty. Defaulting no longer causes BP to increase, but all abilities that are usually performed using BP can be performed using MP and the cost of Steel X abilities is halved. While this passive is, well, not passive, while the specialty is pretty okay, the fact that I cannot increase my VP via defaulting, it turns me off completely. This is definitely one of my least favorite specialties just because of that. And so, maxing out Thief is one of my least favorite accomplishments to get. So, we're going to be swapping her over to Beastmaster, because we want her to get raw power. Now, we do need to move her gear over a bit. But now that she'll have access to bow damage, which is a bit different. Better than dagger damage, I'll say. If we go all the way to the right here, I believe there is... there's nothing. I said I have this whole place memorized, and then there I go. There's a chieftain, which they're still aggressive towards us. I do think we're about on level with this dungeon, but we're not... Definitely still not in the clear, for sure. There is a treasure chest down here, if memory serves, yep. Throwing axe. I'll take that. I mean, it's just axe damage. Oh, hello. You just spawned in.
Okay, let's do this.
Ooh. Auras. Aura? Aurua. Let's go ahead and crush that moon here with the angel bow. Yeah, 400 damage with vulnerable to bows. Perfect. We can go ahead and magnifying glass before I kill this sorry sucker. Examine him and then kill him. 59 HP, well, current HP. We'll look at exactly what they have when we get to it. I guess while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and use a few of these small JP orbs to get Adele a little bit of a jump start on Beastmaster. We'll put her at level 5 since that'll use pretty much everything I got. Small JP orbs really aren't the greatest thing, so getting rid of them and using them when you can is pretty useful. Okay, so we found ourselves at kind of the halfway point of the dungeon. If we go to the left here... Actually, I think it's down this way. There's a way we can loop around, I know that. Yes, right here, there's a loop. And this gives us... an Aurora. Okay, well, let's see what you are.
Alright then.
You have 991 HP, weak to wind, light, bows, and axes. Okay, well, perfect for Adele.
Very well.
I wonder if Gloria can take these guys down. Ooh, almost. There we go.
Did you underestimate us?
Yeah, I genuinely think that... Oh, another nasty surprise. I genuinely think that this dungeon is supposed to be tackled first. The reason why I went for Roddy first, though, is because I wanted to emulate the experience that I had my first playthrough, where I picked him first and was just not having a great time, and the enemies were super duper strong, and I couldn't do much to them. And, you know, it's... I mean, the enemies were all red there. Like, they were... I was severely underleveled. I was getting underdog bonuses every single fight. Medium J-Boot Orb, nice. But I was still able to get through it because I knew what to do. I would genuinely suggest that you go for the Wiswald Woods dungeon first. It has better enemies, it has lower level enemies, and is overall just a more pleasant experience, even if I don't like navigating the stupid dungeon. So, if you are a new player and you are playing along, or you're thinking about playing the game, I would suggest going for this dungeon first. You won't have Roddy helping you, but honestly, that won't be too big of a deal. We did get something up for Seth, which is Unshakable Will. Prevents all status ailments that impede the user's ability to freely choose their actions. Stuff like Sleep, Paralysis, Dread, Berserk, Confusion, Charm, and Freezing. This is actually really nice. Especially in a fight that's coming up very, very soon. Unshakable Will be very, very good. I think we've seen pretty much every enemy. If I get any more petunias, I'll let you know. But otherwise, I think I'm going to see you at the end of the battle. Ooh, I got a party chat. Not quitters. Nature's none too sentimental, eh? Doesn't care about history or what anyone else thinks or feels. Just tears through the whole town without so much as a by your leave. Yes, to see one's country altered beyond all recognition is hard indeed. Ugh, I'm sorry. I know it's nothing compared to what happened to Musa. I suppose I should count myself lucky. Please, Elvis, there's no need to apologize. I am glad that there is still hope for Wiswald. Thanks. And you know what? I think you're right. There's plenty of hope for the old place yet. Oh, yes? Us Wiswalders, we're not quitters. We're not going to throw in the towel just because a few extra trees about the place. I'm very glad to hear it. As long as hope remains, a people can always rise again. That they can, and as long as we keep on hoping, we can help you do what you set out to do as well. You've not given up either, right? That's how come you're still standing here today. Precisely. I haven't given up yet. I never will. It's nice to see them talking to each other. They don't really seem to have many scenes so far, so nice to see them that they acknowledge each other's presence. Now let's see here. We go up. This is kind of the long way around. I know that there's something here that I need. Gloria leans Hilara. Moving up to the top right here, past this brush, which I need to be cutting more grass. We got ourselves a mithril bangle. Okay. Seth got a level up. Perfect. Gloria got silence, so I can't heal myself. Actually, let's use these potions here. There we go. Get some use out of them before our HP becomes too high. Level up for both Gloria and Elvis. Very nice. And a treasure chest for our troubles. This is plant food. That is a monster... Let me get the name right. Monster treat for the plant family, which is obviously very nice here, especially if you are struggling to get petunias and you need an immediate source of them. That could be a good way of getting them to your battles. Rune Staff, which we've seen in Wiswald, and a 4x Ether. Perfect. That should be everything. Oh no, we have one more chest. Man, I could have sworn I was actually pretty diligent and grabbed everything I needed to. This dungeon is proving once again that I've totally played this game, right guys? Well, this just leads to the boss. So... where did I miss something? I'm a little annoyed. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you back here whenever I find the treasure. Aha! Found you. In the far bottom right of the dungeon, past a bunch of brush, is 1700 peak. That's okay, I guess. Okay, we're back. Now, I need to make some preparations, which I've already technically done. I moved Adele back to Vanguard. Trust me, she'll be going back to Beastmaster soon, but for this encounter, we want her on Vanguard for a very important reason. Well, two important reasons. One, we have raw power on her, meaning that her sword abilities are going to be very, very strong. We want Neo Cross Slash. It's very, 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 very good for this fight. And you've had so much time to level up Vanguard, bring it. Also, Attention Seeker means that her attack power is 291. Yeah, she will be melting through anything that we come across. We really, really want that. Now, again, bring those petunias that I was talking about. Thankfully, Seth does have Beastmaster maxed out, so we do have access to Off the Chain. Again, we want to make sure that we have raw power equipped. I have put Bard on both Gloria and Elvis, which means that red magic is going to be our only real way of healing, plus Roddy. So hopefully that isn't a big problem. I'm gonna go ahead and use a tent here, and let's see if this wacky strategy works. After making your preparations, head on through.
Hold it right there! One more step and I'll shoot!
Lily, it's me, Elvis.
You'll have to come back later. Mona's sleeping.
Lily, Hen, whoever you've got back home there, I'm not sure it's our Mona.
I know your game. You're trying to take her away from me too, aren't you?
What? No!
Well, she's not going anywhere. I won't let you have her. Stay back! I'm warning you!
Lily! What are you doing? Stop! I just want to talk.
Lily, you have to listen. We haven't come to take Mona away, I promise. Will you just please stop shooting so we can talk?
I'm not giving Mona up. Not for anyone. Oh, now you've done it. Can you hear that? You've woken her up. It's all right, Mona Hen. Mommy's coming.
I didn't hear anything. Did you?
Not a sausage.
I think we'd better get after her.
All right, Mona. Time for our din-dins. Mammy worked extra hard to make it, so you better eat it all up. Oh, and I got you a present too. Would you like to see it?
Is that a doll?
Oh, Lily. What are you doing, girl?
Hang on a minute.
It's Mona. That's Mona's voice.
The same voice that was talking to Roddy.
It's coming from the painting.
Thanks so much for cooking a lovely tea for me, Ma. I can't wait to see what my present is.
And I can't wait for you to try it on. Here, I got it in town. It'll suit you down to the ground. I just know it.
Yes, Ma. It's really pretty. Thank you, Ma. I want to stay with you here forever, Ma.
Oh, this isn't right. Who's doing this? I can't bear it. Who's doing this to us?
Oh, look, Mona. Visitors. Just wait there while I shoo them away, and then we can finish our dinner. Didn't you hear me? No one's taking Mona away from me. No one! I'll never allow it. Never! Why can't you leave us alone? I just want to live in peace with my wee girl. That's all. Just leave us be. Go on! Away with you! Just go!
So, Lily. Another very interesting and frustrating fight, and she's paired up with the Picto Amrita, which is very interesting. It is immune to all magic damage, which is annoying. Well, not all of it. It's actually weak to light, which is very nice, and is also weak to staves and spears, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We actually do have magnifying glasses this time. Let's go for the Amrita first. 15,680 HP. I've already spoiled the stats. Oh, I don't like Dread there. We also want to get Don't Let Him Get to You on our party as soon as possible. Lily's physical attack power is very, very strong, and she will also hit every single party member quite often, so we really, really want that to be managed. Let's go ahead and examine Lily as well. 22,000 HP, weak to light, lightning, swords, and staves. Again, that Banish Ruff that we're going to be using from our Petunias is very, very good because it affects both targets here. If I can find it. Where's the Petunia? There we go. I have 8 Petunias. Perfect. Let's actually go ahead and use a special here. We want to increase our physical defense, so let's hit him.
Leave this to me.
This should give us a decent defense boost, which is really all I'm prioritizing right now with this special move. Roddy is attacking for some reason. Let's go ahead and default with Gloria here. It'll speed up. We definitely want to heal Adele here. We do not want her getting low. There's Shadow Bind, which has a chance of paralyzing. We do have something for that, the Animators. Very, very important to have.
Very well.
Let's go ahead and boost our physical defense again. We do not want them doing that much damage to us. Thanatophobia, oh, a chance of instant kill. And then let's go ahead and start using these off the chains. Petunia on Picto Amrita. 7,200 damage. Yeah, very good. Now, the thing is, Lily can counter both physical and magical attacks, meaning that you are probably going to need to just face tank some counters here without much else you can do. Which is unfortunate, but you just gotta play around that. Let's keep singing our physical defenses up. Quickfire Flurry, which is an AoE-based ability. This is the reason why we want our defenses up as high as possible, because we do not want to be dealing with that. No counter, please. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get a... I could shut up and dance on Seth here to give him access to another move. I didn't talk about that. Shut up and dance causes the target to act immediately after the user, so I could do that. But I think what I want to do instead is let's keep boosting our defenses. We don't want those buffs going away. Now, in the meantime, we want to use Neo Cross Slash on Lily to do most of our damage here. There you go, 3,400 damage if she can actually land a hit. Unfortunately, Red Mage is not very useful in this encounter either if you want to be aggressive, because she has damage for both Wind and Earth, which is very frustrating. Let's go ahead and use another Animator here for Gloria. Coming around to Seth's turn again, which is very nice. We're going to use Gloria's turn to re-up our physical defense boost. Ooh, okay, well, we'll default with Seth. We do not want to attack the Amrita whenever they're defaulting. So we'll just go ahead and take this time to defend ourselves. Quickfire Flurry, regular attacks, Quickfire Flurry. Roddy should be on healing duty now. Let's go ahead and... I think I actually kind of want to do Hurt So Bad here. Yep, there's heal. Okay, load some lunge, another regular attack, load some lunge, no dread, load some lunge on him though, unfortunately. Okay, so Gloria's got our work cut out for her. Let's go ahead and cure dread for Seth, and then we'll heal Lara, him as well. And then for Seth, let's go ahead and use off the chain on Petunia for the Amrita. And there we go, it's down. Quickfire Flurry. Hopefully this doesn't kill anyone. Oh, there's the low HP use of a monster. Let's go ahead and use this time to default here. Elvis just needs to do something with his turns. Because unfortunately he's got Dread. There's heal with that. We don't need to worry about curing Dread right now, so let's use Gloria's turn to use Healara on Elvis. Kind of scared. Okay, no, she decided to do that. Okay. Our defenses are still up. I kind of want to increase Hurt So Bad so we can get a bigger damage boost, and then hopefully with Adele we can wrap this up. That is the hope. Unfortunately, her aim is not great. Okay, she missed one attack. She got both there. She counters swords, though.
Stop it! Just stop it, will you? I won't hear of it. I don't want to know. She's not dead. She's here with me. Why can't you just leave us alone? Why can't you just let us be happy?
Because you have an asterisk and I kind of want it. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything we can say that gets through to her right now. She has 3,400 HP. Let's go ahead and send Gloria into the negative here. Let's boost our physical defense. Let's cleanse that paralysis with the animators that we got. And then let's actually heal. Let's top off Seth and Adele. Speed up. Don't counter, don't counter. Okay, good. Unfortunately, Lily will start getting stronger attacks here. Hopefully we don't see them. Kinda hoping we don't see them. Let's go ahead and we did just re-up our defense boost. So let's re-up our attack boost. Thankfully, Bard is very easy to abuse in this encounter because she does not counter singing. Humanoid Slayer, which it does more damage based on the family you're targeting, which we are all humanoids, so of course it does more damage. Let's keep our defense boost going. And then let's use off the chain Petunia on her. It'll do quite a bit of damage.
No. Come on, Lily. Please
Time to wake up.
Elvis learned Spearhead, and Gloria learned something else. But yeah, that's the Lily fight. Not too bad, honestly, if you know what you're going up against, which is pretty much true for any fight in this game. Overall, animators are your best friend if you do not want to have any accessories that are immune to paralysis equipped. Make sure you have a lot of those. Both Amrita and Lily are weak to the same element, being light, so that's why those Petunias are so incredibly strong. It was doing 7,400 damage per use. If you have a bunch of Beastmasters who are high level, you can rip and tear through these guys really fast. Even with just one Beastmaster, I was able to do most of the work. Vanguard isn't necessary. I mostly brought it here for insurance, but Lily's weak to swords, and Vanguard has Neo Cross Slash, really strong. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can solve this encounter. At least a little bit more reliable than Roddy, for sure. And a second asterisk has dropped. Literally, actually, in this case. The Ranger. Rangers are skilled archers whose knowledgeable of the natural world enables them to exploit specific foes' weaknesses. This we saw a little bit with that humanoid slayer. The Ranger prides itself on being able to exploit family weaknesses with stuff like Bug Slayer and Plant Slayer, which will hit bugs and plants for slightly higher damage than a regular attack. They also have a few AoE abilities, like that Quickfire Flurry we saw Lily using as well. Overall, the Ranger has a high aim stat and is a pretty strong conventional attacker that can work in any encounter as long as physical attacks are not barred in any way, because they can exploit weaknesses no matter what enemy they're fighting. The big thing to note about Ranger, though, is that their damage caps are not as high as some of the other jobs. They're more of an all-rounder damage dealer than a focused one. Doesn't mean you can't make them focused, it just means that Ranger is going to be playing more of a jack-of-all-trades. Another big thing that Ranger has, especially this early on, is access to paralysis, which, trust me, we'll be seeing a lot of.
Mona? Mona? No!
You feeling any better, Lil? I hope so. You remember who I am now, don't you?
Aye. Thanks, Elvis. For everything. And thank you too, Roddy. I'm so sorry.
Don't be silly, Hen. We've both been as bad as each other.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened exactly?
I'm not sure. Everything after Mona died is a blur. I remember someone telling me that Roddy was acting strangely, and he'd stopped coming home, so I went to the Institute to see him. I don't remember what happened once I got there, though. I don't remember anything after that. So I've no idea how I came to think that doll was our Mona.
What about the painting and the asterisk? Where did you get hold of them?
I think someone gave them to me. Both of them. Oh, but I really can't remember clearly, I'm sorry.
Sounds like something similar happened to both of us. I don't remember why I took that jewel up to the tower either, or why I was making blue paint like a mad thing.
Roddy, the jewel you're talking about, was it at all similar to this one?
Aye. The colour was different, but it was the same size and shape. Why do you ask? Wait, is that one of the...
Indeed it is.
Crikey. If one of the crystals turned up here, and someone used those paintings to control us, and it all happened at around the same time, I'd say the same person was probably behind both.
And behind what happened to Galahad too, maybe?
I reckon so, aye.
All right. You can count on our help with anything you need.
That's the spirit, Roddy.
Getting the Earth Crystal back for you is the #1 priority, of course, Your Highness. But I also have a responsibility to do what's right by my country and its citizens, and to help Galahad too if I can. And most of all, I've a responsibility to find whoever messed with my Lily, and make them wish they'd never been born.
Roddy.
Well, that's something to celebrate at least. Glad you two have finally made up.
Aye. I suppose we have, eh?
Lily is now accompanying the party. Yeah, we get more than one temporary party member.
Both spells broken? Those fools had barely started making themselves useful! But never mind, I've got plenty of paint already. It won't be long before my masterpiece is complete! I just wish people would stop getting in my way! Ha! There! No one can stop me now! Time to apply the finishing touches and dazzle the world!
Well, I think we found our culprit. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that, except for going back to the entrance. I'll talk about Ranger in a second. From Latte, was that? Frame late, not frame latte. Okay, so the Ranger. As you can see, it has a bunch of Slayer abilities. It has Quickfire Flurry, which is AoE. But yeah, it has primarily Slayer abilities. Now, it does have Shadowbind, which is Paralyze. Very good ability. And it has 2 passives here, Counter Savvy and Who Dares Wins. Counter Savvy is very, very nice. I'm going to want to get that as soon as possible. But we're going to be putting Ranger on hold for just a little bit. Because next time on Bravely Default 2, we're going to be doing some side quests around Wiswald, helping out, now that we have access to Roddy and Lily. Trust me, this won't be a long side quest tangent. 1, maybe 2 episodes. And then we'll be heading to Galahad to see if we can knock some sense into it. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.